Let me ask you a question. Has the drug war helped or harmed Americans overall? Is it really a war on drugs? Are drugs being arrested? Are drugs being harassed? Are drugs being thrown into cages? Or is it Americans that are being harassed, arrested, and thrown into cages? What is going on with the drug war? Who fomented the drug war? What has the drug war done for law enforcement agencies? Because from my perspective and in my opinion, the drug war has been used as a justification to violate the rights of Americans for at least 50 years. I'm going to go over this video. I want to thank San Joaquin Valley Transparency for presenting it and for Body Bag Records for making it a public record. And I want to go over this from the perspective of the rights that are trampled on each and every one of us every single day in the name of the drug war. Let's just break some of this down right here.
All right, how about yourself? All right. Hey, how you doing, man? Yes, sir. How about yourself? All right. Absolutely, absolutely.
This is a sheriff's department from Florida, the state of Florida. Apparently, they pulled these people right here over for speeding. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this right here because I want to come to a point where they actually, and look at this police response. We got another cruiser approaching on the scene. So right now we have 3 cruisers here on the scene responding to a traffic stop for speeding. But I want to get to this part here. This is where they bring out the drug dog. So what these human beings are actually saying when they bring out this drug dog is that we've introduced a tool in our arsenal to find out if we can come up with the justification to throw our fellow human beings into jail. That's what a drug dog is. And why is the drug dog out? Because of the drug war. And where did the drug war come from? Take it away, Nixon.
America's public enemy number 1 in the United States is drug abuse. In order to fight and defeat this enemy, it is necessary to wage a new all-out offensive.
So we have an enemy, and that enemy is drug abuse. So they're going to go out on an all-out offensive that's going to cost some serious money so that they can go after your enemy, because we are from the government. We are here to help. Never mind that we're here to help ourselves do your stuff. We're here to help you and protect you from this wily enemy.
I have asked the Congress to provide the legislative authority and the funds to fuel this kind of an offensive. This will be a worldwide offensive. If we're going to have a successful offensive, we need more money. Consequently, I'm asking the Congress for $155 million.
He choked up on that. Listen to this. Consequently, we're going to have to ask the legislators to give us just to pad our pockets with a little bit more cash because, hey, the justification is we got to help you guys. There's a serious enemy out there. If it's not terror, it's something else like drug abuse and addiction. We're going to save you from that.
Successful offensive, we need more money. Consequently, I'm asking the Congress for $155 million.
155. I almost choked on it. Because me and my buddies are going to go into the back room after this and go, can you believe that we actually presented to the American people on camera in broad daylight before a live audience? We ask it for $155 million, and they're going to give it to us too. They're going to give it to us. They actually trust us, the politicians, the psychological operators, the social engineers, with an additional $155 million so that we can fight the war on drugs and launch an all-out offensive.
In new funds, which will bring the total amount this year in the budget for drug abuse to over $350 million. If this is not enough, more money will be provided.
More will be provided.
350 million. Did I get that number right? Did I get that? I didn't hear it right.
To over $350 million. If this is not enough, more will be provided.
If that's not enough, we're going to get more money. And where are we going to get more money? Oh, that's right. We're going to go to the Federal Reserve. We're going to go to the Treasury. We're going to have them print more money. And then we're going to put it on America's sons and daughters in the name of fighting a war on drugs when we're really fighting not drugs. It's not a war on drugs. It's not a war on inanimate objects. It's a war on people. Because what does politics do? What do politicians do? They engage in euphemisms, lies, deception, and fear-mongering in order to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the chains of our own enslavement. Yes, government, please save us. Yes, government, please strip us of more of our hard-earned income so that you can save us against drug abuse and addiction. $350 million from 1971, adjusted for inflation, is $2.6 billion. That's with a B. But it didn't stop with Nixon. Take it away, Reagan.
Drugs are menacing our society.
Drugs are inanimate objects are menacing our society.
They're threatening our values and undercutting our institutions.
Inanimate objects are threatening our values. Did you know that inanimate objects could do that? So you have to vilify the inanimate object so you can criminalize the person who wants to use his freedom to pursue life, liberty, and happiness by using drugs. But we're going to stop that because we are from this is the guy who said the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Myself to your stuff, because for him, it's all about money too. Listen to this.
They're killing our children. From the beginning of our administration, we've taken strong steps to do something about this horror. 37 federal agencies are working together in a vigorous national effort. And by next year...
Do you hear that? Don't worry, Americans. You're safe with us. We, the government, are going to do something about this horror. And what are you going to do? Oh, we're going to create some more agencies.
37 federal agencies are working together in a vigorous national effort. And by next year, our spending for drug law enforcement will have more than tripled from its 1981 levels.
Our spending has, it's like, no, we need, like Nixon said, hey, if we need more money, we're going to secure more money.
More money.
The legislators are going to write more laws that are going to do 2 things. They're going to make us less free, and they're going to take more of our money so that they can help us fight drug abuse and addiction, which really means we're going to give law enforcement agencies all across the nation the justification they need to criminalize you and pull you over and harass you and cage you for absolutely no reason.
We can defeat this enemy. Drug abuse costs you and your fellow Americans at least $60 billion a year.
Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? How about what's the government costing us every year? So getting back to this drug dog here. Actually, they've already brought out the drug dog. They already ran him around. And if it's true, and I've seen many studies that conclude this, if it is true that most, if not all of the cash that we have in our pockets, that politicians have in their pockets, that governors and regulators and social engineers and the law enforcement agencies that pull us over and the agents that pull us over, if all these dollars in every one of our pockets is laced with some kind of drug, mostly cocaine, they say 90 to 95% of all cash, American currency, has drugs on it. If that's true, and if the drug dog is properly trained, then the likelihood that he's going to hit on your vehicle and give the cops the idea that they have probable cause to search your vehicle under these drug laws and these ordinances and these regulations and these control apparatus that are set up against us, then they are going to trample your rights no matter what. The cards are stacked against you. Whether you're guilty or innocent, you're going to have to prove your innocence because they already figure that you're guilty. That's how evil this is. That's how deep this thing goes. And this is reality. This is really what these people are doing. Hey, let me get the drug dog. Let me deploy a tool against you so I can figure out a justification to take you to jail so that I can continue to feed the court system and the prison industrial complex. Tell me it's not that. I really am thankful that this guy stood out there with this camera so that he could offer this level of transparency to the situation.
What's up, my man? What's your name, man?
Sheldon Rich.
Sheldon Rich? Sheldon Rich, can you just go ahead and put your phone...
Stop answering questions. This guy is the passenger in this vehicle. And if you're not comfortable just being silent because you feel like you're being rude or a jerk or whatever, as the roadside piracy expert is beside your vehicle trying to ruin your life, then ask the question, am I obligated under any kind of law to give you the information you're requesting since I'm a passenger in the vehicle? Put it on them. Instead of answering questions, just ask some well-articulated questions of your own and be ready to ask them. Don't let them catch you off guard. Just figure today when you go outside of your house and you drive down the road that you're going to get pulled over. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? What rights do you have that you can stand on? Officer, you're asking me for my name. You're asking me to divulge. You're asking me to be insecure in my person in violation of the Fourth Amendment. Is there a law that requires me to answer any of your questions, or can I just invoke my right to be silent? What's wrong with saying that?
Phone's right on over there. The K9 did alert on the vehicle. You have anything on you?
No, I got some.
Of course the K9 alerted on the vehicle. The K9 might have alerted to the cash in the law enforcement handler's pockets, for all we know. What I would have liked to have had done, and I kind of cut this out just to make the video just a little bit shorter, is the guy who's holding the camera on the law enforcement agents trying to hold them accountable. Would have been great if he went out toward the road and watched as the dog handler made his way around the other side of the car.
Like some money in my pocket.
Okay.
A pack of rubber bands.
All right, you don't have any knives or anything, any guns or anything?
No.
All right, go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me.
All right.
Face away from me. Are you stepping out? Put your hands on the vehicle. I'm going to pat you down for any weapons, okay? Anything picking from you, Pokey? What's that in your back, in that pocket, right?
Anytime a cop asks, is there anything in your pockets, as I'm committing this roadside extortion practice, is there anything in your pockets that could prick me, prod me, and poke me or harm me in any way? I always laugh about that because it's kind of like a thief walking up to your house, poking his face in the Ring doorbell camera and saying, hey, before I come in and rip you off blind and ruin your life, is there anything inside I need to be aware of that might harm me and hamper me in my ability to take away your freedoms and steal your property? It's just ridiculous. Stop talking.
If you don't mind emptying your pockets.
Huh?
If you don't mind, you empty your
Don't give
pockets.
him consent to go in your pockets, Sheldon.
Huh?
You ain't got to do that. Don't give him consent to go in your pocket. Tell him you don't consent to the search.
Look at this guy's face right here. This is frickin' classic. This is the face of a guy who's like, wait a minute, you just gave me a life hack and it's going to work? Oh, wow, why didn't I think of this? This is great.
I don't consent to the search.
That's fine.
Let's just roll it back. The guy with the camera says, hey, you don't need to consent. Just tell him you don't consent to a search.
Don't give him consent to go in your pocket. Tell him you don't consent to the search.
I don't consent to the search.
That's fine. Go ahead and sit back with him.
Well, I ain't got
That's great, man. Sheldon seems so chill, doesn't he? And yet they're going to try to look for a way to ruin this guy's life. You know, let's not minimize the fact that they're taking away these people, this time that they're interfering with you and the time that it's taken for them to harass you, you're never going to get that time back. That's your time. They are claiming the right to interfere with your time anytime they pull you over. With this kind of police response, you would think they just pulled over a bank robber or somebody who just did something bad at a school with a bunch of kids. I hate that question too. Do you have a medical marijuana card? In other words, did you get the government's permission? Did you pay for the government's permission to put something into your body that you have the perfect right to put into your body anyway? In other words, if you don't have a medical marijuana card and we find marijuana on board of this vehicle in concert with the drug war and the drug laws that we have, then we're going to take you down and we're going to throw you into a cage. But if you do have the government's permission, then we're going to go ahead and back off. How ridiculous is that?
Stop talking, Shelton. Shelton, stop talking. Say nothing else.
See, thank God this guy's here, because this guy is just letting his loose lips sink ships, and it will sink your life. And cops want you to talk. They're trained to be cool with you so that it's disarming, and you drop your guard, you start trusting them, and you just start shooting off at the mouth. And anything you say, whether they read you the Miranda rights or not, anything you say can and will be used against you. Stop trying to help them in their investigation of you. I'm just going to fast forward this right here. It's just disgusting to me because they're rifling through this guy's car. Let me ask you, all you men out there, can you imagine choosing a career path where you get to rifle through another man or woman's belongings? Would you even feel right about that under the color of law? This is truly deprivation of rights under color of law. This is truly conspiracy against rights. So they're conspiring against these people's rights under the color of traffic law because we pulled you over for speeding or whatever. Now we're going to bring out the drug dog and he's going to hit on your vehicle, whether it's a legitimate hit or not. In my opinion, there is no such thing as a legitimate drug dog hit. Because let's say they do legitimately hit. Well, maybe they're hitting on money that has been laced with cocaine, or maybe they're hitting on drugs that are actually in your vehicle. Let me ask you a question, and that's all I'm going to do is leave this as a question. In America, if you're not free to transport any kind of drug that you want to in your own private property down the public highways, are you truly free? What are you saying, Brian? Are you truly free? Answer the question.
Man, they brought everybody in the sheriff department down here. What they got you for?
Speeding.
That's all right. It's a pre-context.
Pre-contextual stop. You don't have anything that's going to poke me or stick me in your pocket. This is the second time this guy asked this.
Stop talking, Shelton. They ain't get it off for you, man. You'll beat it. Even if they get something off you, you'll beat it. They ain't having because you didn't give them consent to search. Don't worry about it. They do anything to lock somebody up. Lord, Lord, Lord.
I'm not gonna talk to this guy. Okay. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good. Is this your property? Is this
Why?
your? I'm just asking.
I don't want to talk about it. It don't matter.
That's fine.
Just real quick observation. Does it look like this guy is under the influence of something? I mean, to me, his eyes look dead. They're glazy. And the way he acts seems like he's under the influence of something. Officer, is there something you need to tell us? I mean, have you been to the bar? Have you taken a toke? Is there something in your system we need to know about? Do you mind submitting to a breathalyzer test or a roadside sobriety test here?
Alrighty. Cool. You guys do anything fun for Father's Day?
Every Father's Day we do something. We live.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do this year?
Whatever we want.
Whatever you want? That sounds like fun.
What's the purpose? What you doing though? Why?
Oh, you're standing here. I'm just standing here too.
No. You trying to block? You trying to block my view? Is what you're doing?
No, we all have body cameras on. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to talk to you, and you
But
keep
I
on
don't want
walking.
to talk. I don't feel like talking to you.
Okay, two things right here is we all have body cameras on. Yeah, but we know, historically speaking, and from video evidence, what you guys do with those body cams. When we request those body cams or dash cams with a FOIA request, typically there's a whole lot of foot dragging involved. And while they're foot dragging, they're redacting, they're editing, they're taking stuff out, they're removing, they're silencing their body cams while they're out there on the street. And the second thing is, when this cop, and David made a good point of this in his video, when a cop is getting in your way of recording, this is an example of prior restraint. This is the attempt to suppress material that could be published or broadcast and disseminated to the public on the grounds that it's libelous or harmful. U.S. law and the First Amendment it says, this is so crazy to me. The U.S. law and the First Amendment severely limits the ability of the government to do this. Severely limits the ability of the government to do what? To suppress material that could be published or broadcast. And that's what this cop's doing when he steps in the way. But severely limits. The First Amendment does not severely limit the government's ability to do this. It prohibits the government's ability to do this. So when you have this cop right here getting in this guy's way of recording, what he's exercising is he's trying to suppress material that could be disseminated to the public by standing in the way of this piracy operation.
They would do something. We live.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you guys going to do this year?
Whatever we want.
Whatever you want? That sounds like fun.
What's the purpose? What you doing though? Why?
So distant. Well, oh, what are you doing for Father's Day? You know, starting up what seems like a friendly conversation, but he has nefarious purposes. It appears. Oh, that sounds like fun. So what are you guys doing?
Oh, you're standing here. I'm just standing here too.
And the elevated Mickey Mouse voice kills me too.
No, you trying to block. You trying to block my view is what you're doing.
No, we all have body cameras on. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to talk to you, and you
but
keep
I don't
on walking.
talk. I don't feel like talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Alrighty.
Hi, I'm Mickey.
Stop talking, Shelton. Stop talking.
Sheldon, get a clue.
Do you know this guy?
Do you know this guy?
No.
Oh. What's your name?
My name's Deputy Freilich.
Thank you. What's your badge number?
60687.
How long you been on the force?
Been on the force long enough.
Long. I mean, how long has it in terms of days, years, months?
I've been on the force long enough.
I'm gonna find out regardless. So you may as well. You wanted to talk, so now we're talking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna find out anyway. So you may as well tell me how long you been on the force. It's just
Well, the
conversation.
force, a few years.
A few.
Yes, sir.
Means 3 or more. Or,
3 or more?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know how long?
Oh, I do know how long I've been on the force.
Why you can't just tell me? I'm just asking a question, just like you were.
And you weren't giving me any answers, and why should I give you any
Because
answers?
you're a public servant.
That's right, I am.
Yeah.
What a baby. What a baby. You didn't give me any answers, so I'm not going to give you any answers. That is not an adult talking right there. That is the mentality of a child.
Okay.
That's exactly why. So, how long have you been on the force? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out your salary and everything.
Oh, okay.
9 yards.
It's all public record on the.
I understand. I know it is, but I'm asking
Okay.
you. So you know, we building bridges. You know. So you can tell me. I'm gonna find out anyway. So
Okay.
just,
If I tell you, will you tell me why you're filming?
yeah, I can tell you why I'm feeling.
Okay. I've been on the force for 2 years.
Yeah, feeling for accountability and transparency.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alrighty. You know all of our body cameras are public record, right?
I do.
Okay. The main reason I came over to talk to you is, like you said, building bridges. I want to make sure that, you know.
Let me get this right quick. Let me see what they're talking about.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe this cop is interested in building bridges. I believe that this cop is trying to suppress information that could go against this police department.
Right quick.
Okay.
Hey, Scott, thank you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Nice to meet you, Scott.
Cop was so happy you got Scott's name.
I appreciate the conversation, man. All right. Hey, what's the CAD number on this?
What's that?
The CAD number, so I can get the public record.
You want my card?
Yeah, that'll work.
By the way, CAD number is the computer aided dispatch system number. And it's a good number to ask for, because then it categorizes things, and if you do need to request body cam or dash cam footage, you can use that number to expedite the process.
All right, appreciate it, man. My name's Scott Morrow.
Scott Morrow? Nice
Yes,
to meet you,
sir.
Scott Morrow.
All right.
Be friendly.
All right.
This guy is not your friend, even though he acts like he is. So special thanks and shout out to San Joaquin Valley Transparency for bringing this to the public. And also thank you to Body Bag Records. Here's Body Bag Records right here. And here's San Joaquin Valley Transparency's site. I'll leave the links to both in the description below. If you have anything to add to this, please put your comments down there for the World and the Global Thought Police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. If you want to subscribe, I have an email list called High Impact Flicks. It's highimpactflicks.com. Just go there, hit the red button. Just put your email in, your first name. I don't ever spam. As a matter of fact, I'm the world's worst at actually sending out emails, but I will use that as a medium so we can communicate, in case something goes down on the internet and, they get rid of channels when they're not supposed to. More importantly, fight for your rights. Stand for your rights. Freedom may be dangerous, but the only thing more dangerous is not having rights. And I will see you guys in the next video.